They are my children too, and you cannot stop me from seeing them.
Of any wearing, Fala, worry. Timba ba wig ma koko shake fún ẹ. Timba ba wig mi ma koko shake fún ẹ. Sure. Kí mo sọ? Sure. Well done.
My question for you, for those who have seen the movie Sista, which means sister in Yoruba language, if you were in the lady's shoe, what will you do? Will you forgive Fola or will you not forgive Fola? That is a question we need to talk about in this movie. Sista, which means sister in Yoruba language, is a story of a struggling woman who raised her children all by herself for years till she met the father of those children. One thing about this movie I love, written by Bjorn Stevens, this movie is a movie where you can easily relate with, especially those who were raised by a single mom or those who were raised by a mother that the father wasn't there. Not as if he was dead, but the father left them. It's just going to start making you cry. It's just going to make you so emotional because you can relate to this movie. So when I first saw this movie, when I first saw the part where Kehinde Bankole came in, you know, speaking with a gate man, and she was acting very funny. Initially, I thought it was like comedy. I was like, why is Kehinde Bankole sounding like this? Like, this sounds so funny. The way she was acting sounded so funny as a cleaner until the movie gave us more definition. So this is the story of Vicky. When she was young, she was impregnated by Fola. Vicky was 19, Fola was 21. She was also in school. Fola was in school as well, and she had to live with Fola off campus. Do you understand? Now they had to raise the first child all by themselves. Vicky was the one hustling, you know, to bring money to pay Fola's school fees as well. She sacrificed the school just to look after their child. Now, at some point, Fola finished school, then he went for his service year, normal NYSC Nigeria. Not until we discovered that while she was 8 months pregnant, Fola left her with just a letter and telling her that he arrived safely. Guys, that was the beginning of the heartbreak. Now she had to carry her cross, she had to raise the kids all by herself. Things became so bad that she lost her shop where she was making Indomie. University went on strike, you know, and lots and lot of emotional things happened. Now she was left alone to raise these children all by herself. She had to struggle to do everything she can to raise her kids. Before I go further, for those who haven't seen the movie, this movie is showing right now on Amazon Prime, where you can subscribe to watch and enjoy yourself. Now let's continue the story. Now, in the process of her doing her cleaning job with her favorite client was where she met the father of her children, Folarin. Folarin just came out from nowhere, looking all poshy and all that. We discovered that he's married already. He lives in Amsterdam. He's married with kids. Now, when she saw Folari at some point, she pretended like she doesn't know who this person is. And I love what she did, yes. And I love the fact that she acted like she didn't know him. Folari noticed that this lady looks very familiar. Could this be? Could this not be? Now, it was during the party, he called her by her name. In fact, he had the audacity to call her by the name Vicky. God. Now, you could see the anger in her eyes. Like, in Yoruba means if you call that name, I'm going to curse you. Aside that, again, he saw the kids. They are all grown. And he was like, oh my goodness, what have I done? Guys, the most painful part for me in this movie was when Folari began to act as if he didn't do anything that bad that warrant him saying sorry. Okay, yes, I know I left you. Okay, but now I'm back. Let's take care of the child. That was the way Folari acted. And he couldn't see the pain. He couldn't see the pain this woman went through. All you did was because you have the money, you cannot just flaunt your money on the kids. And he came now, he now had to now start spoiling the children, buying them things. And honestly, I didn't blame the kids at some point because they got carried away. Yes, they admitted. They got carried away because they've known, you know, that's what they've always wished for. That's what they've always wanted. They wanted good life. They wanted a lot of things. And the most painful part of it was the fact that the phone the mother bought for them, they now had the guts to return that phone. Come on. No. They shouldn't have returned that phone. You not get 2 SIM. It mean, like, why not just use 2 SIM cards? Because that was another striking chord in for the woman. That was another emotional part for this woman. She was so pained. Like, so now your father is back. Now I bought you phone. Now the phone I bought is no longer useful. Your father now brought you iPhone. You know how the guts to return it. She was so embittered that the kids couldn't understand why she was so furious, which I understand. And I love this part. Let me show you the part I love most in this movie.
You cannot.
What do you mean?
You know what I mean? You cannot come and bamboozle my children with money. No. Eh? You cannot do that. We are okay. I accept you only because my children accept you. But all this buying of phone, iPhone, spending many, it has to stop.
Sister, please calm down, please.
Auntie Ma, help me and beg him. Tell him to stop. Was he there when Anu took her first day? Was he there when Anu almost died from jaundice? And we went for that fall from 2-story building. Was he there?
Yes. As a mother, she went them to show him that you can't just step your feet and start saying you want to take care of my kids. You left yesterday and came back today and now start saying you want to take care of my kids. Hey God, it was so emotional. And the most painful part was Folarin did not understand where she was coming from. Another thing I loved in this movie was, thank God Folarin married a good woman, Bisola Yola. Thank God the wife he married could understand the pain as a mother. Because I was even thinking, she was like, I don't care, you know, I don't care, you guys were not married and all that. And she said, she made a statement that what if she happens to be my sister? Which I said, wow, till she convinced him that she needs to go beg this woman. And my question is, so you wouldn't have begged her if your wife had not advised you to beg? But that was my question. God, I almost used to break my TV because I was so pissed watching this movie. Another part that got me pained was when he made a statement, when he said, Vicky is my past, you are my present, and our kids are our future. Oh, really? Your past now? The same woman who sacrificed her life for you to go to school is now your past? Come on, guys. And just want her to say, I forgive you like that. That was so painful. That was so painful, guys. In fact, I had goosebumps. I'm obviously having goosebumps. I had goosebumps. Like, what nonsense. That why do people feel you're going to, I don't know why most men feel you just leave your kids with a woman, you run away, and you want to come back and start claiming, I'm a father. No, it's painful. Well, Sha, that's the thing, guys. And last, she had to forgive him, you know, she forgave him, and Lorocon, the children went abroad. The children traveled out because that was on that thing that got her so irritated that why would you want to take my children from me all of a sudden? You know, they all went together and she just had to forgive him so that everything would just go down. So that was the film, guys, and I want you to watch this. In fact, guys, you might not enjoy the movie you might not enjoy the way I'm saying it, but I'm just giving you a picture of what this movie entails so that you are going to see it yourself. Another thing I love about this movie, guys, is just the flow. You know, going back, the use of flashback, going back, showing us what happened here, bringing us back to the present, you know, that just to tell us the story. Another part I love in this movie was the use of Wazobia, Igbo and Yoruba in the same movie, which was a brilliant idea. Another part I love in this movie was the interpretation of the story by the characters. Like, Kehinde Bankole understood her character and she played her role so well. I had to play the fact whereby she's an illiterate or she doesn't understand English so well, guys. It sounded so funny for me and it was good. Bisola on her own part will know how to be another mind-blowing actor. She had to give us the British English. It was dope. Look at I can't remember her name again, the one who spoke Hausa, the Hausa accent. I've always known the Deyemi to be this. Is either it could be a bad boy today, it could be a lover tomorrow. You know, all the actors, these characters were chosen well. They were well picked and picked because they were the ones that could interpret the role perfectly. And Adi herself, who played her role very well as well as young Folarin, you know, at some point I was like, Adi herself is fair and Kehinde Bankole is black. But I got to understand that sometimes they get away poverty or struggle to take. You get away poverty or struggle to deal with person, you will say could change your complexion. I had to understand that part. Also, guys, another part I understand and I love in this movie was the production design. Oh, guys, the interior decors were dope. They were simple and they were not distracting. You could agree with me. They were so simple. The decoration on the wall, from the furnitures, everything used were not distracting. It was so simple. Even to the party scene, the lighting was so calm. It wasn't there to distract us because the mood of the movie itself is gloomy. That's one thing I love about this movie. The last but not the least was the song rendered by Niolua Abiamo. Hey God, that one alone will never make you cry because that was just the best seasoning. That one just made everything taste so good. It made the movie so emotional with that Abiamo song. Let me play a clip for you. Please guys, go and watch this movie yourself and understand and give me your opinion about the movie. If you were to be in her shoes, will you forgive Folarin? So that's what this movie entails, guys, and I'm going to just leave a full stop. But before I say bye, I have to appreciate Belden Stevens, the producer and the writer of this movie. Guys, I want to say it's a mind-blowing one. This movie, as for me, it deserves an award. This movie has killed it so far. So guys, I'm going to put a full stop to my video. Please, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel for more movie reviews like this. And I will see you back in my next video. See you again, Fajola Olushola, and this is Chatujola. Bye for now, and thanks for watching.